But don't get me wrong, there are so many perks of working from home. Like, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Like, you could not get me to go back to an office, but there are some things that I weirdly find myself missing. I think one of those that I've just been feeling more recently than before is getting ready every day. And that might sound annoying. Honestly, like, I just feel like I've been in my uglies for a long time. I'm not saying that to be pick me or anything, but like, I don't get done up to the nines, obviously, to work from home every day. Like, I do put on a little skin tint maybe, and I do try to look decent because I'm on camera for most of my meetings, but it's not the same as doing like a full week. There is something to be said about getting ready every day and what it can do for productivity, at least for me, and confidence. That's just like a recent thought I've been having. I don't know if anyone agrees. I'm not saying I want to go back to the office, like, by no means. It's just interesting to think about how we used to get up, get ready, put on a full outfit, go to the office. Another thing that I'm loving is owning a home, but there are so many things that I just feel like we're learning along the way. Obviously, there's the whole, you need to be prepared for like expenses, like unexpected expenses. For example, our washing machine broke a couple of weeks ago, which was totally out of nowhere. And granted, we did want to get a new washer and dryer in there. They were very old machines, but like, they were working fine. It was mostly like an aesthetic thing. Like, we wanted new machines, but I was like, that's obviously an expense that can wait. Like, I just don't, that's not where I want to spend my money right now. Of course, one breaks while we're trying to actually take on other projects around the house that are worth our money and time, like landscaping. Do you want to build a garden? And the ground level of the house, where like our deck is and everything, it is actually very well done. Like, whoever did the landscaping up here did a great job, but below the deck, it's like not kept up with at all. Some evil person planted mint and it's just everywhere now. We just haven't bothered with it because we knew that we were always going to like have someone come in and professionally flatten it and just make it a space that we can use. So we are finally starting that project. Something else we wanted to do this year too was our kitchen. And when we bought this house, we knew that we wanted to remodel the kitchen. Like, it has great bones and it's actually a great size. It's just not, it's not optimized for use. I feel like the layout's kind of funky. I would move the appliances. I would probably move the sink as well, like just stuff like that. So we wanted to do that this year. And I always knew kitchens were expensive. Like, I'm not an idiot. I wasn't quite prepared for what it actually costs. Like, I genuinely am like, how are there this many people who can afford something like this without like help, I guess, from their families? Because I watch a lot of like interior design shows, Studio McGee, even just Homeworthy. And I'm like, how are there this many people in this world who can afford to do something like that to their kitchens? It's a $250,000 job. Like, it's serious business. And I'm like, I am not going to spend that much on a kitchen. I'm torn between, like, when we bought this house, we were like, okay, this is probably isn't our forever home. And like, I feel like that's how we still feel. But if we like did the dream kitchen and it was amazing, maybe I would feel differently. Maybe I would feel like this is a house we could be in for 15 to 20 years. So it's like, do we just do a good enough job to where it's like, okay, we can live and get by and we're really a lot happier with it? Or should we just go all in and do exactly what we want and make it something that we genuinely love and want to stay here for? And I guess it's not so much the cost of the kitchen that is surprising to me. Like, we reached out to a designer because I'm like, I need someone to come in and just tell me like what is feasible in terms of like moving appliances. While I don't think we would be like breaking down walls, I do need tips in that department. And that cost, oh my god. I'm not even someone who needs help like shopping. I don't need really help with picking materials and finishes. I do feel like I have a good sense of what I want. It's really the structural stuff, moving appliances and opening up the ceiling and that type of thing. But we were quoted still minimum like 40 grand. Maybe this is just my ignorance, right, of not having done this before, or being naive, but I feel like it is important to share just because I was so curious like what stuff like that costs, and I couldn't find out anywhere. I would ask like ChatGPT to try to get like an idea of what things cost, but once we actually started inquiring, I was like, oh, of me is also like, why did no one talk about interior design as a job in college? Like, I don't feel like that is on a lot of people's radar, but these people are making a killing. Like, if I could charge hundreds of dollars per hour for my time, that is just wild. See when we actually get around to the kitchen project. It was going to be a later this year thing anyway, but we definitely want to focus on the landscaping right now because it's almost summer and I kind of want that done ASAP. We are trying a new restaurant tonight. Kind of fallen off my like trying new restaurants game, but we have a little date night. And then I'm also working on scheduling a couple of new date nights in the city as well. I feel like there have been so many new restaurants popping up in San Francisco and we love to see it. I am also planning 2 upcoming trips to Austin for work. I am terrified that it's going to be so hot. One trip is in April and then the other is in June, which will be actually crazy probably. I did do that same trip last year for our sales kickoff, which is always during that time, which is crazy, like as an Austin-based company. But our quarter ends in May, or April. It starts in May, which is also just very weird and unique, and I don't know any other company who does that. But I love the heat. Like, I just know like someone on my team said it was 92 degrees like yesterday, which is wild. It would be that hot in March. This will be my first time styling my hair since I got it cut, so we'll see how it goes. I don't really know what I'm doing with these rollers. I could have been more graceful with that. The bangs I'm like most worried about. We're a fan. I think it turned out okay. And that's the look. Bye guys.